Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Daily, and thank you for joining me as we talk about a certain Scientific Accelerator, volume number 3. And this volume was great because it was a brilliant showcasing of character building, and the artistic standpoint of it all was just absolutely amazing. The characters involved in this volume was, of course, the 4 characters from Scavenger and Yomikawa from Anti-Skill. All 5 of these characters were brilliantly developed, involved, and just shown off in this chapter, series, volume, whatever you want to call it. Yomikawa has had some of the best expressions in this volume from the entire series thus far. So, we start off with Anti-Skill trying to take down the giant mecha that Da revealed at the end of volume 2. And it's where Yomikawa really stood out from the rest and stood up and showed off that she's a brilliant character. All the characters of Anti-Skill that are present in this part of the volume are all scared. They all look terrified, and they have every right to be. They're standing up to a giant mecha that they up like ants towards, and they have no idea how to take it down. Their backup is not on their way. The backup actually got taken down by the members of Scavenger, and they find this out and they're even more terrified. Now, Yomikawa stands up and says, right, cover me, I'm going after this. And with the determination alone, she pretty much takes down 2 men with just her shield and that determination. And what I really found great about Yomikawa's character from this volume was her drive and determination to save other people. As you notice, Makoto Misaka is the girl that was in the bag that the members of Da had. Obviously, as readers, we know that it's not Makoto Misaka, it's actually the Misaka clone. But to her, she doesn't know about that. All she thinks it is it's level 5 Makoto Misaka is being dragged around in a bag by some thugs in Da. Now, if she thinks about it logically, which obviously in this standpoint, she would not have logic entering her brain at all. She'll be just going on adrenaline. But I mean, logically speaking, Misaka should be able to destroy these guys with just one railgun. But hey, moving on. And she shows even more determination, even after witnessing the destructive power of Scavenger. And she's still willing to protect Misaka and Estelle. Even when she's trying to hold on to the Misaka clone from falling off the robot, she still desperately tries to struggle to bring it up. Although she fails, and luckily Estelle is there to capture it, it still just shows determination from her. And the amount of dread and the amount of terrifiedness and the expressions in general on Yomikawa's face was just amazing. So then we move on to the 4 members of Da, of Scavenger even. Now, if you're someone that likes to watch reviews and you without anyone mispronouncing names, then I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce names. I always do, in no matter what series I talk about. Sorry about that, but it's just going to happen. I'm not Japanese. I can't pronounce the names as they are. So if I refer to characters as their description, at least then you can see what they look like. Plus, the names are on the board. I'll shrink myself down so you can read them. So we have the leader, which is, I'm just going to say Rita because that's the surname. She has the ability Predator. We saw this in volume 2, and it's the ability where creepy eyes appear in the sky that she can use to basically track anyone down. It gives her a bird's eye view of the surrounding area. Love this ability. It's creepy, it's drawn in a very creepy manner, but it's something I desperately want to see animated. Next, we go to one of my favorites, Yukimaru Isaki? Yakumaru Isaki, the girl with the ability Mix Master. And we see this on display in this volume as she freezes one of the members of Anti-Skill that tries to shoot her. And honestly, I like this character's design. Her appearance is really cool. Her personality is amazing. And the ability is also something that I think could be expanded on a lot more. And I can't wait to see it delve deeper. Next we have Sakuragi Narua, a girl that's in the maid's outfit that uses the ability Perfect Paper. It allows her to make things like cushions to soften the impact of things, umbrellas, and paper airplanes that are super tough and robust. Again, we see all this on showcase in this volume, and her abilities are pretty cool. One thing though that really did kind of make me go, oh god, really? Was when she transformed into a big teddy bear type of form. And like all of her clothes kind of dispersed off, apart from like 3 bits of paper that was covering like the rude parts, I suppose. I kind of don't see how they're going to animate that without censoring it like a lot. So it'd be quite interesting to see how they go about doing that, because I've not watched the anime series just yet. And I'm pretty sure it does cover this, but I would imagine if it's really bad or really good, then I probably would have seen it. So it's probably just one of those things that I'll have to wait until I get around to it. And lastly, we have a surprise member of the group in God, how do you say that? Sakiri Tomomaru? Tomomaru? Basically, it's a boy, which is something that surprised me a lot. However, this character can alter the friction around himself in a 1 meter radius. And it's the character that has the tongue sticking out on the background behind me, as you can see. So, you can read the name there. You can pronounce that in your head. But that character, for me, has a pretty cool ability, and I quite like it. But it was just surprising that it's actually a male. The appearance wouldn't say it. Then again, I've seen weirder in anime. However, it's the chemistry from these 4 characters that really makes me like them. Because they've got so much kind of comedic value and comedy towards each other. They all get along to a certain degree. They all want to get their job done as fast as possible and collect payment. They all just want to, get on with it and not mess around too much. But at the same time, they all want to do their job 100% properly. Because, like Da, they believe they're doing the right thing. And that's one thing that kind of is scary. Because, actually, hold on a minute, I'll go into that in just a second. But, obviously, going back to them getting along, there are times in this volume where they completely despise each other. And that's said by their expressions and their dialogue. An example of this would be when Yarimaru, the girl with the hat, basically freezes the anti-skill member, and Sakuragi is like, you didn't kill him properly, you gotta smash him, destroy his brains and everything, and I'll show you how to do it properly. Just the expressions and the facial reactions from all their characters, I liked it. They're a good unit together. But going back to their ideology, this is something that's a bit twisted and a bit dark. Basically, all 4 characters see Academy City as a school. So all the adults to them are teachers, and they're all bad. All the teachers are bad because they can't control or teach the kids in the city how to do things and how to be good. That's why there's a lot of darkness within Academy City and why there's a lot of bad people. So they always refer to adults as teachers and obviously children as students. Now, this begs the question, what happened to these characters in the past? That's something I don't know, and it's something that I really do want to dive into and find out. So hopefully in the next volume, we can kind of dive more into these characters' backstories and see how that goes. However, the theme of the banters across the whole team helps to make this chapter a lot more comedic and gives the characters some more characteristics and good pointers in my mind. But again, it's that dark theme around their characters and that intriguingness of me wanting to find out the mystery behind them. So out of these 4 characters, I probably think Yakimaru Isaki, the girl just here behind me with the hat on, I think she's my favourite. Because I just love the personality, I love the design. I haven't seen what she looks like in colour yet, but that doesn't really matter. But all in all the members are pretty cool. I think the leader is probably my least favourite, but I want to know who your favourite is down in the comment section below. I mean, we've got the girl in the maid outfit who's quite boisterous, quite sort of, she thinks she's better than everybody else in that group. We've got the guy in there who's like almost like a mothering type of figure or a big sister. She's always comforting the girl in the bottom corner here next to me. So they all have a good dynamic, but let me know your favourites down in the comment section below. And this volume ends with our heroes in a very dangerous situation, where they are facing against, you've got Steel, you've got Yomikawa, and Steel's kind of like servant that she brought back from the dead, can't remember her name, facing off against the 4 members of Da while trying to protect the Mitaka clone. However, one thing that was quite funny to me in this entire volume was seeing the Accelerator. That's right, a series that is personally for him only has 1 page in this entire volume. He doesn't speak in any weird proper sentence. There you go. That's it. My brain's not connected to the Misaka network. That's how that sentence came out. Yeah, so that's why he didn't appear. He was charging his batteries, but with him literally fully charged now and able to move and come into fruition, I'm sure we'll see him coming in and intervening into the fights at some point. But having him absent from this volume was actually a good thing, because it gives characters, or different characters, more time to shine and to build upon them, making them more likable and hopefully expanding on them even more. So, the fights that we could see in the future would be Accelerator versus all 4 members of Da. It's very likely that's going to happen. Obviously, he wants to go and rescue the Mitaka clone. That's where she is. And that could be quite interesting. We can see Accelerator trying to fight against the guy with friction difficulties. You know, they can bounce back and forth on that. The paper mache or paper perfect. The different type of liquid stuff. Everything in here would be very useful. The only thing I don't find useful is Rita's participation. Being the leader, you would think that she would be like the one to come up with the plans and everything else. So hopefully that's the case, because her ability of seeing where Accelerator is probably isn't going to be that useful. Who knows? I might be proven wrong. Overall, I like the character building aspect of this volume. It was a solid volume, and I can't wait to see the next one. The art style, if it keeps up like this, brilliant. I love the art style and the expressions on show. Story progression happened in a slow way, but it wasn't that bad. But Volume 4 should expand a bit more. We should get some good action in Volume 4, and I'm hoping for some good things. Overall, let me know your thoughts on this volume down in the comment section below. Any feedback you have for the series would also be greatly appreciated. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike if you dislike. Let me know why if you do though, down in the comment section. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you next time. Alligator, mutton it. Goodbye.